In this tutorial, we are going to use Python's while loops to validate the input that the player is supplying. We're only going to allow particular values to be put in, and we're going to reject anything that doesn't match our criteria, and we're going to force them to answer a question again. So we're going to start with validation of a target of who we want to attack. And you can see that we're starting off with enemies are goblin, orc, or troll. And we're going to start with a choice that's not in the list of enemies. So we start with target equals friend. While the target is not in our enemies, we ask who we want to attack. And you can see that similar to the demo, we're using .lower here to make sure that whatever you type in will be treated as lowercase so that it matches up to our list of lowercase enemies. So goblin doesn't start with a capital G, just all lowercase. So when we type things in, we want to match up to that with lowercase input. So let's have a look then at our classroom. So here we are at PyRPG 4a, validation using while. And we're going to start and add a while loop that repeats if the target is not one of the enemies on the list. So if I run this code at the moment, it says you launch an attack on the friend, which is not really probably too helpful. So, and it's then going to ask me how old is my dragon. So I want to fix this here. I'm going to replace this code with things that only allow enemies to be chosen. So let's stop that code just now and go here and put in our validation code. I've started off with a fail. Friend is not one of the words that's here. And I'm going to say while target not in, and I'm going to give it a list that the value has to be in. Now I could type this bit here again, but actually I've already declared it up here. So while target not in enemies, excuse me. While target's not in enemies, what do I want to do? Well, I always have to finish my while statement with a colon, and then press enter, and you'll notice it's indented my code. So the bit that's going to be repeated is always indented. Okay, and I'm going to say here, print, you cannot attack, comma, target. Because I'm not accepting what they've said. So then I'm going to say target equals input, choose your target. Okay, let's try running this now then. So you cannot attack a friend, choose your target. Okay, well, our target I'm going to choose is a bee's nest. You cannot attack a bee's nest, choose your target. Okay, I'm going to choose Mrs. Armstrong. No, I can't attack Mrs. Armstrong. I can only really choose something that's in this list. Okay, how about orc then? You launch an attack on the orc, and then it's moved on to the next section. Now I'm just going to try another thing here, because we did use the input. You can't attack my friend, choose your target. I'm going to say goblin. And goblin is in the list of enemies, but you'll see that we can't attack the goblin. And the reason for that is because I spelled it with a capital G. And equally, if I try to attack a troll all in capitals, it's not happy about that. So one of the things you can do to make life easier for the player is when you take your input, you don't just take it exactly, you put it into a format that matches your expected list. So I'm going to put here .lower Now if I try to run this, choose my target, and I'm going to put goblin, you cannot attack built-in methods. So it's not quite giving us what we're looking for here. And the reason for that is that lower is a function. Just the same way that print is a function, print always has brackets. Just the same way input is a function, input always has brackets. Lower needs to have bracket there to make it work. So if I try that now, I can't attack my friend, choose my target, and I'm going to choose a troll. And it says you launch an attack on the troll. And notice it's put it into lowercase because .lower is changing the input for me. We're then going to move on to how old is your dragon. Okay, we get any advice about the dragon? The dragon should be between 100 and 3,000 years old. So no dragon has been born in the last century. The oldest dragon is less than 3 millennia. So this time we're asking how old is the dragon, and notice we're using int to turn that into a number. Very important in Python with your input. If you want to use numbers, you have to use int or float to turn it into a number. So I'm going to say while age is less than 100 or bigger than 3,000. What am I going to do there? I'm going to say age. In fact, I can just copy and paste because it's the same thing. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to paste it there. And I'm going to give them a bit of a hint. 100 to 3,000 years. Okay, so let's see what happens now. Now, I've got a syntax error here. Doesn't like this bit here. And the reason for that is when we do comparisons in Python, that bit was fine, age less than 100, but this just says here, or bigger than 3,000 means something. I'm not comparing it to anything here. So what you always have to do is use the variable as part of the comparison. So I have to say age is less than 100 or age is bigger than 3,000. So if I try that, and I'm going to attack an orc. And now I'm on to my dragon. How old is my dragon? And I say my dragon is 20 years old. No, it's not happy with that. I've got to give 100 to 3,000. Well, I've got a really old dragon that's 5,000 years old. No, it's not happy with that. Okay, what about 1,000 years old? Yep, the dragon is 1,000, which is acceptable. I'm then moving on to what do I want to ride. So that's my next statement here. So I'm just going to stop that code and have a look at what's going on. A rider can only choose a steed from the animal types horse, wolf, unicorn, mammoth. And to be rideable, it must have a height between 14 and 25 hands. Okay, so I've got my list of animals here. And it says, what do you want to ride? So I'm asking the question there. Now, what I like to do, you can see up here, we asked the question. If it didn't work, we asked the question again. And I'm not very keen on that way of doing things. What I like to do is to start off with a fail. So I'm going to say here, animal equals none. And you see that the word none is not in the list of animals. Actually, let's change it to steed rather than animal. So steed equals none. Steed is something we ride on. So because that's not in there, I'm going to want to ask the question. And I do that by saying, while steed not in animals. So there's my question to set up the, am I okay to move on or not? I put a colon at the end to make it a while loop. I press enter and it's indented things. Okay, and as we did before, we can say print, you cannot ride a steed, and then I want to ask the question. I want to ask the question each time they get it wrong. So I indent the steed question when I'm inputting to the same level as my print here. When I'm finished, I will then move on to the next thing, but I need to find out how many hands high my steed is. So, again, I'm going to say hands equals -1, an impossible amount for some kind of animal to be. Then I say while hands. Now what we could probably do here is to use range, because it's between 14 and 25. But I'll show you the way that we are normally expecting to things, which is to use comparisons from maths. So I'm going to say while hands is less than 14, or hands is greater than 25. So if it's less than 14, or it's bigger than 25, and remember, we can't just say while hands is less than 14 or bigger than 25, we have to always use the full name of the variable that we're going to compare. So while that's the case, I'm going to then say hands equals input. Keep doing that. Hands equals input. How high in hands? Okay, so it's going to ask that question over and over again. It's going to ask it the first time because -1 is less than 14, so it will automatically go inside the while loop. It's going to keep asking it until we give it a reasonable answer, and then it will move on and tell us. And notice, a hand is about 4 inches, so that's a kind of from horses and riding type thing. So we're then going to say that. And we need to probably calculate how many feet in inches that is. Let's just go and have a look at that. So, I can't attack my friend. I'm going to attack an orc. Okay, I launch an attack at the orc. How old is my dragon? I'm going to go for 123, which is acceptable. I can't ride a nun, so what do you want to ride? I want to ride, and we know that only these values are going to be acceptable. I'm going to say pig. You cannot ride a pig. What do I want to ride? Okay, I'm going to go for a wolf then. How high in hands? That's probably a dire wolf, so it's quite tall. I'm going to say 7 hands. And it says this comparison is not supported between a string and an int on line 35. What's going on there? Well, you'll notice it's asking to compare the hands to these numbers, but when I did my input, I forgot to wrap it inside an int. So I've asked it how many hands, and when I put in 7 there, it was like the letter 7 rather than the number 7. To turn it into a number, I have to say int, and then I open a bracket, and after the input, I close a bracket. Let's just rattle through now. Choose my target. I'm going to go for Bob. Nope, can't attack him. Okay, how about a troll? Yep, how old is my dragon? He's 23. Nope, he's going to be between 100 and 3,000, so I'm going to go for 2,100. I can't ride a nun. What do I want to ride? I'm going to go for a horse. How high is it in hands? I'm going to try something like 8 hands. Nope, I've got to do a bit bigger than that, so I'm going to go for 20 hands. And then feet is not defined, so I just need to get a calculation from the number of hands. We want to work out how many feet and how many inches there are. Unfortunately, we're running out of time, so that's for another time.